Fashion. I am Kinky, and today I am joined by the most creative and stylish fashion designer. He goes by the name of Joko, and today we get to know a little bit more about his life. Mr. Joko, welcome.
Thanks for inviting me.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. So, I want people to know you a little bit more, and people who know your brand, they should be able to identify, with the person behind the brand.
Yes.
So I want to know, where did your foundation phase begin?
Would that be like from primary?
From as a kid, as a child, as a young
I was
kid.
born in Kimberley, in Galeshewe, in the dusty streets of Galeshewe, in Kogi Street. I don't know, there's a church there, so you see where the Galeshewe car wash is?
Yeah.
That house that's now like torn.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Where I was born, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
And then from there, I started my primary in Galeshewe until 23, because my older brothers, my cousins, they were leaving primary to go to
high school.
You know how that is.
Yeah, the whole
People are gonna be,
transition.
Yeah, your big brothers are not around anymore, so I had to move because I was used to being with them.
No.
So I went from Renelo, I went to Twarele.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That was my primary
That was
school.
your foundation phase. And what fears as a kid did you have then? And are they different now?
Well, like I said, with my brothers, when they left, my only thing was that, it's always a good thing to have a big brother.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was all about bullying and stuff, but I never actually had a problem with that. But fears as a kid, I think a kid is a very fearless person unless you instill fear or doubt in them. Life.
Yes.
So I think the older we grow, the more that's where all those insecurities and fears come in. But as a kid, I don't think there was any fears that I can say, okay, I had this problem.
Yeah. And with emotional challenges, do you feel like you've dealt with them?
Well, emotional challenges as a kid, I think the only thing that I would say, like my biological father was not there. I was raised by my mom and my stepdad.
Okay.
Yeah, but I knew him. He was around. I used to see my other siblings, but he was physically not there. So I wouldn't say I lacked that because I had a stepfather and I have uncles. So
okay. And like with his absence in your life, did it trigger some childhood traumas and maybe wishes that you wish that he would have been around more? Or did you never ever, take that step to actually care if he was in your life or not because you had a father figure in your life?
Well, him being around Kimberley and you also being around Kimberley and him not being there, it kind of like, it does affect you in a way that, okay, dude, you are around, where are you?
Don't you care?
Yeah. So yes, you do have your stepfather there, you have your uncles there, you don't feel the absence
that much
of a father figure, but the I think the problem is the absence of him, whether he's just comes and goes, but at least being there. You understand? Yeah. So those are the only issues that as a kid, even without a parent, they kind of like, when you grow up, you kind of deal with those kind of things.
Yes, indeed. And I want to know now a little bit more about your musical background. Do you resonate with music, being in the arts, sector and field and industry?
Music is my go-to, like it's my refuge. Like I can't do anything without music from morning evening. Doesn't matter what I do. Even if there was no electricity or load shedding, and my phone was on 2 bars, I am going to listen to music until it dies.
And what would we say is your favorite genre of music? Soul
music, but I love all kind of music.
Okay.
Soul R&B, it's my go-to genre.
Okay, so you are a fashion designer. You design clothing, and what sparked your interest to go into that industry?
I think I remember one time I came back from school, and I used to love drawing. Like drawing was my thing, so I would draw so at some point, I think I was in high school, I didn't know what I'm going to do. I was doing maths and physics, so I thought maybe I'm going to go to the direction of a doctor, engineer or something. But then one day I came back from school and my mom was watching The Bold and the Beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Rich was sitting there sketching.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I love to sketch. I love clothing.
Yes.
Could this be like I'm not that person who when did you designing say since a kid I used to make up dolls
clothes, and you're not like that.
Wasn't me. Like I wasn't there.
So your experience was different.
I saw Rich sketching, and then I was like, okay, I can draw. I love clothes. Maybe I can do that.
Okay.
So I sat there like for a normal 20 minutes watching that soapy. I'm like, I'm going to do that.
Okay. So coming back, right? We spoke about your childhood and you were missing a parent, but you didn't feel that, like you had said, because you had a presence of male around you. You know. Do you have kids of your own?
Yes, ma'am. I do. 3 boys.
Oh, that's lovely. And are you the positive, present father figure that you are?
Yeah, no.
Or that you lacked in your childhood?
I do make it a point that I spend time with my kids, like I'm there.
Okay, that's beautiful. And how's parenthood changed your outlook on life?
Well, like there's certain things, I wouldn't say I'm a perfect father, but
of course,
certainly there are certain things that I lack that I would wish, that I see from other, like I never do that.
Yeah.
I should do that.
Yeah.
I learn from other people as well, but me personally, when I have time with them, I make sure that I do give them my all.
Okay. Okay. And being that you grew up around with your mom a lot, you know, you grew up with your mom being around for you a lot. How was that relationship like?
Well, my mom, I was the only child, my mom's only child, so you can imagine I was spoiled.
Yeah. I know.
Yes,
it's your Kimberley coming out of you.
I was spoiled, so I would have it's like one sandal of different colors, black, maroon, brown, of the same.
So you were like that kid.
I think that's also one of the things that probably influenced my fashion sense, because she would spoil me. I would have, like, clothing was the one thing that I grew up.
So you're the only child, and you don't have from your mom. Okay, and from your dad's side?
I think 11.
Oh, that's a huge number. That's a big number.
Yeah, we're about 11 from my dad's side.
Yeah.
And I do meet with almost all of them. Yeah, and we've lost a few of them.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
But we only got to know each other now as we were grown.
Oh, okay.
We didn't grow up together like kids.
From a very young age.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, thank you. We'll be going into an ad break at the moment, but for now, just tune in and watch the life of Mr. Joko in the ad breaks. Thank you.
I make no friends here. I ain't tryna make friends. I ain't tryna make friends. I wanna make money, not friends, yeah. Coming to me looking for my dance move. I ain't tryna make friends with the cares. I ain't tryna make friends with the cares. I wanna make money, not friends, yeah. They coming to me looking for my dance move. I ain't tryna make friends with the cares.
So heading back, right, I just want to hop back to your fatherhood, right? Do you see similar traits, your traits in your sons?
Yes, my youngest Kenya has a thing for music, because I've seen him, like he always plays maybe drama when you're watching live shows.
Yeah.
Papa on regular, you know?
Oh, that's cute.
So I think the music thing, he got it from me, and then the oldest one I've seen, he's got a dress sense of his own. So I guess maybe
that sparked to the inches. Yeah. And what is your most profound and happiest moments with them?
Just them being there with me, and we all sitting together and watching a movie in one bed.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you said the age that you discovered your talent, you were still in primary when you walked into a room and saw, or were you in high school by then?
Yes, I was in high school by then.
Okay.
Yeah, but the fashion sense, I got that from my mom, because he's the one who used to always make sure that I've got the latest this, I've got the latest
she
that.
made sure that. Yeah. Okay. And what are the challenges you faced in this industry?
Well, I think it's more, not really in the industry itself, but it's the place. Like
okay.
Kimberley doesn't have much like Joburg and Cape
Yes.
Town and all these
Yes.
places, and sometimes you find yourself asking yourself, okay, why am I still here? But then I think to myself, look, if nobody fixes something, it will still remain.
It will
going.
remain, yes.
So unless you come in
Yes.
and fix it yourself, so I was just in that moment of, you know what, I'm going back to Kimberley and I'm gonna do this. Like, no, but there's nothing there like
Yeah.
this. But if all the
People
good
from
role
here
models leave, some of the people who are behind there don't have good role models to look up to.
That's true.
You see,
And
it's different seeing somebody on TV and say, I want to look like that, than when it's actually somebody that you've seen. You
Yes.
move from that point to
that point.
in your face.
True.
Understand?
So it's easier to inspire while
While
you're
they-
around.
when they can see it physically.
And
Because
how-
they also grew up in the same streets. They also walked
Yes.
barefoot like you.
Yes.
They see, okay, I've seen
it's
this
possible.
person. I've seen this person naked and I've
Yes.
seen him clothed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the dream is possible.
you can do it.
Yes. And how long have you been in this industry?
Well, I finished my degree 2006. I came back to Kimberley
Okay.
as to start I registered my business in 2006, but I remember 2002 when I finished in Joburg. I came to Kimberley for a year, and then I wanted to do this thing.
Yes.
But then there were a lot of challenges because of I only had the fashion designing aspect of it.
Okay.
So it was just designing.
Designing.
So I didn't have the whole business
mindset there.
of it. Yes.
Okay.
So I just sat here for a year, and then the next year, 2002, I went to Cape Town to study for clothing management. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, I did my degree in quality management. So
So you are well-rounded in that aspect. So what are your aspirations moving forward? Like, what do you want to see? What do you want to do? What are new projects we should look out for?
I always try new things,
Yeah.
different things that like most people don't do. Like
Yeah.
now, like you guys seen, I've got my own range of socks.
Yeah.
Now I'm tapping into a cologne. I'm busy working with this other lady. This is a biochemist thing, really. So we're working on it. We're still not in the sample phase yet. So I'll see how that goes.
Oh, okay.
That's something that I want to do. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. With the new change and the differences, in millennial changes, and what sense of fashion is different then and now?
Fashion changes. Like fashion, it's a cycle.
Yes.
Whatever you're wearing, well, can I make an example of what you're
Yes.
wearing?
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
This outfit is inspired by it was my mother's outfit,
Thank you.
and it's passed down to me, and it will be passed on to my daughter.
Exactly.
So yes.
That's what fashion is. Fashion. You see now, I mean, like if you look at about 10 years back, people
Yeah.
were wearing baggy pants. and
Yes.
people- now everybody's like skimpy and skinny. But now we're going back to your full regular fit. again,
Exactly, and
So
vintage fits.
fashion cycles all the time.
All right.
Yeah.
And that is a moment of this segment as we move into the break.
I want a big bag, always been wanting, I'm never running out of plans. Ain't turning back, cause that's that. I wanna make money, not friends, yeah. They coming to me looking for my tattoo wall. I ain't tryna make friends with the cash. I ain't tryna make friends with the cash. I wanna make money, not friends, yeah. They coming to me looking for my tattoo wall. I ain't tryna make friends with the cash. Bro, I ain't tryna make friends with this cash.
Welcome back to the Game Magazine Virtual Edition, and I hope you learned a thing or two from the beauty tips. So, Mr. Ford,
Yes, ma'am.
we spoke about the differences in fashion and how it is, a cycle, a never-ending cycle, and it's coming back. All fashion is coming back. Do you wish to teach today's youth a thing or two, maybe?
See, the thing with fashion, it's not a matter of teaching somebody. There's one thing about it, you either have it or you don't. Like style.
True.
The same thing. It's either you have it or you don't.
True.
And that's why I always tell people, I wouldn't look at somebody and criticize them or what they
For what they're wearing.
Like some people just don't care. Like it's not important to them that they must match that shirt with that pants, you know.
That belt, that
thing,
shoe.
As we know, we've got hierarchy of needs.
Yeah.
Matching outfit could be the least of that person's worries, you know. But like for work, like your personal presence, style is very important, you know.
Yeah, and seeing that you've developed, you know, this interest in designing at a later stage of your life, have you ever felt quite out of place?
No, not really, because like I said, my mom always made sure that I wear the latest jean, latest jacket. So fashion has always been there. It's just that saying I'm going into fashion. It just started late.
Yeah.
So yeah, but fashion-wise.
But the industry itself.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt overwhelmed or?
I never really allowed it to dictate what I want to do. I don't follow trends. That's the other thing as well. True. Because the thing is, we wait for New York Fashion Week and then they do whatever their summer before us, and then whatever that comes that side, then we must follow what's happening. I don't follow trends. Like if an idea comes, and as long as I can get a fabric, if we win summer and then I can get the fabric of summer to do a certain style, I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna do now we in like long maxi dresses.
Yeah.
I feel like making a mini skirt.
You'll do it. Yeah. And I guess that comes up from being, you know, the mind of the designer. It's about what their creative instinct is telling them at the moment.
That's the other thing. If you allow your surrounding or whatever industry you might be in to dictate to you, then you're really not a creative person, you're a follower. You just do what's being done.
Yes.
Or somebody's saying, okay, now red is in, everybody must be wearing red. I'm gonna be the one who's gonna come wearing orange. I'm that guy.
No. I believe you. So moving forward, what are your plans, you know, to grow your brand, to grow for Joko as a name?
Yeah, now currently like my immediate goal is to have my own boutique store.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, hopefully in Kimberley, but I'm planning to move out of Kimberley, just
expand
to branch out and expand and go out there, see what other people are doing differently, come back. Like I'll always come back.
Yeah, this is home.
That's me. I'll always come back. Like,
this is home.
You know, you send kids out there, go check what's happening.
Yeah.
And they come back.
Yeah.
They bring word.
Yes, it's true.
True. That's literally me.
And where can people get you? Where can people find you on social media?
On social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but I don't tweet much.
Yeah.
It's very evil.
I need your Instagram handle. I need your Facebook name. I need people for Joko.
For Joko, all 3 platforms.
Okay. So I want you to look into that camera, right? And send a shout out to your loved ones, to your supporters, and just, you know, show a token of appreciation to everybody.
All right. I would like to thank everybody who's made for Joko what for Joko is, because I'm like, for Joko it's what you guys made. From there, I just created a baby, and then you guys made it to what it is today. And I would just like to say thank you to my family, thank you to my friends, thank you to all my supporters who've been there ever since the first day I came to Kimberley and said, here's a brand and I want to do that, and you guys have been following it, loving it, buying it. I just want to say thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. And thank you. I think we'll toast to that. That's a very, very, very special message to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today, and see you next time.
Ciao.